What the heck is going on with Top Thrill 2? So by now, most of you know that Top Thrill 2 has been down since early May, and that's because the trains are undergoing a mechanical modification, so they don't get folded while going 120 miles per hour. Thankfully, Cedar Point has given the public barely any updates, therefore leaving the entire coaster community wondering when this ride will reopen. That leads me to ask questions like, will the new Six Flags Corp no longer work with Zamperla? Or will Intamin need to be called to fix Zamperla's mistakes? So in this video, I'll go over my predictions for some questions concerning Top Thrill 2 and why Cedar Point screwed up, in my opinion. Starting with the first question, will the Six Flags Corp no longer work with Zamperla? I'm 80% sure that Zamperla will get thrown aside by the chain. This situation is so similar to what happened with Intamin and RMC, it'd be very surprising if they forgave Zamperla. On the off chance that Zamperla is given another chance, I'm pretty confident that Intamin and RMC would also be given another chance. Both manufacturers have solved most of their problems, and because of the merger, I think it's time for a fresh start. Speaking of that, question 2. Will Intamin need to be called to fix Zamperla's mistakes? With Cedar Point choosing Zamperla over Intamin in the first place, I think it's very unlikely that Intamin will be called to work on this project. With that being said, Intamin does have experience with coasters going over 100 miles per hour, so if all hope for Zamperla dies, I could see Intamin working on Top Thrill 2. Still, the problem with Top Thrill Dragster was Intamin, so I don't think it's happening. And I also believe in Zamperla. Alright, now for the final question. When will Top Thrill 2 reopen? I honestly don't know, and I don't think anybody knows. At this point, it hasn't even started testing yet, so the soonest I could see it open is October. But at that point, why would Cedar Point even want to get it open before 2025? The peak season would be over, and the park would be doing weekend-only operations, and the initial craze for the ride would be mostly over. So in my humble opinion, I think Top Thrill 2 will reopen with the park next season in 2025. But that's what I think. So let me know when you think Top Thrill 2 will open again. So overall, Cedar Point kind of screwed up with Top Thrill 2. I know they have beef with Intamin, but the chain decided to go with the cheaper option that was Zamperla, even though it was way more risky. Yes, the reason Top Thrill Dragster was getting converted was because of Intamin. Still, modern Intamin has fixed most of their problems and has experience making coasters that have swing and LSM launches and coasters that go over 100 miles per hour. Zamperla has experience with LSM launches, and that's about it. I get that Zamperla did a great job with Wild Mouse, but going from a small family coaster to one of the largest coasters in the world seems unpractical. And look how that decision turned out. Introducing Top Thrill 3.